dear students. In this class, we will be studying about the matter. Of course, this is not that matter which we usually pointed out in our discussions. Like, what is the matter? We shall try to understand this matter in a scientific way. That too in the context of chemistry. So, here I'll explain how the matter exists in our surroundings. So first we should learn to define matter. Any substance which occupies space and has mass. It is called matter. Now, what matter is made up of? Regarding that, two thoughts prevailed. That is, matter is continuous in nature or matter is particulate in nature. We came to know that matter is made up of tiny particles, means it is particulate in nature. And particulate in nature, that is why different states of matter exist. That is solid, liquid and gas. So different examples of matter can be like sun, air, star, planets, etc. What can be the characteristics of particles of matter? They are continuously in motion, means they are continuously moving from one place to another. They have space between them. They attract each other. There exists a force of attraction between the particles. And they are very small in size. Now, with the help of activities, we will be understanding these characteristics of particles of matter one by one. Activity 1, which will make us clear about particles of matter are continuously in motion. How these particles move. For that, procedure will be put an unlit incense stick in the corner of your room. Now, what we have to do? We have to light up the incense stick. What gonna be our observation? In the first procedure, we need to go near to it to smell it. Whereas, when we have lightened up the incense stick in the second procedure, we can smell it distantly. Smell can be achieved from a distance. So what will be the conclusion for this activity? That particles of matter are continuously moving. And how they are moving? They are moving and mixing with the particles of the air. So wherever the air moves, particles of matter also move. So this activity clarifies the first characteristic of particle of matter, that they are continuously in motion. Now coming to second characteristic, that is to show the particles of matter have space between them. And this characteristic is very important to understand the process of diffusion. How one state of matter mixes with the other state of matter. How we are able to mix salt in water. How we are able to mix sugar in water. Procedure for this activity: take 100 ml of water in a beaker and mark the level of the water in that beaker. Now we have to dissolve some salt with the help of glass rod. This glass rod will help us to stir the solute in the solvent. Solvent here is water and solute here is salt. What will be our observation? We will observe that salt gets dissolved in water and particles of salt have entered, or we may say have mixed in between the space of the water molecules. And this mixing will not bring any change in the level of the water. It means there is some empty space between the molecules of the water which allows the salt particles to occupy the space, which does not cause any change in the level of that water in the beaker. What will be your conclusion? Salt consists of large number of small particles, and these particles, when we mixed in water, they occupied the space between the water molecules. And so we can say that particles of matter have space between them. Coming to the next important characteristic of particles of matter, that is to show that particles of matter attract each other. They have force of attraction between them. Procedure: take an iron nail, a piece of chalk and a rubber. Now we have to try breaking them by either hammering, cutting or stretching. We will observe that rubber can be stretched with the least force and so with the chalk piece. But the greatest force required to deform will be in case of iron nail. Why is that so? It is so because iron nail has particles which are strongly bounded to one another with great force of attraction. So our conclusion will be, in iron nail, particles are held together with greatest force of attraction, whereas in case of chalk and rubber, these particles have less force of attraction, so least force was required to stretch them or to break them. This activity explains us another important characteristic, that particles of matter attract each other. Coming to the next activity, that is to show the particles of matter are very small in size. What is actually the size? Procedure for this activity: take 2 to 3 crystals of KMnO4. KMnO4 is potassium permanganate, and the color of KMnO4 or potassium permanganate is purple. So purple color crystals of potassium permanganate, or if it is not available, we can perform this activity even with drops of Dettol. And we have to dissolve them in about 50 ml of water in beaker 1. Now take 5 ml solution from beaker 1 and add it to 50 ml of water in beaker 2. Means we have to make ready 2 to 3 beakers. In beaker 1 we will be mixing either crystals of potassium permanganate or drops of Dettol, and then from beaker 1 5 ml will be shifted to beaker 2 where we have already taken 50 ml of water, and we will repeat this process 3 to 4 times. In beaker 1 we will observe that color of water will change to purple due to addition of potassium permanganate, or in case of Dettol it will start smelling of or start giving fragrance of Dettol. And this color change or intensity of the color will keep on decreasing with every dilution. Means from beaker 1, if we compare beaker 2, the color of potassium permanganate will be lighter. Or if we take up the smell of Dettol in beaker 1 and compare it with the smell of beaker 2, the smell will be again little less. So why it happens? What will be our observation? The color of solution remains purple in all the beakers, but what is the change? Intensity of the color varies. It changes from beaker 1 to beaker 2, beaker 2 to beaker 3 and so on. What will be our conclusion? It shows that few crystals of potassium permanganate or drops of Dettol consist of millions of small particles, and these small particles, they keep on dissolving in water when we add water again in beaker 2 or beaker 3 or beaker 4, and this keeps on providing purple color in all of the beakers. Means with every dilution the intensity of the color will decrease, which shows that the crystals of potassium permanganate keeps on dividing and redividing themselves, and they will reach to such an extent that even we cannot assume the size of that particle of potassium permanganate. So this is how we understood the various characteristics of particles of matter. I hope this will make this content of the chapter matter more clear to you. For more videos and notifications, please like and subscribe. Thank you.